Hi, I am Mitanaya and today is a Thursday and the date is 30th September. And I will tell about the time of examination, means what I did during this time, how I take preparation for exam, etc. and who gave me courage, etc. And I'm starting now. During examination, I give lots of exam from class 1 to class 10. When I read it in class 1 or class 2, then I did not means I did not know about means I did not have any concept about examination, that how everybody take preparation, and then I did not have pressure of study also. My mother helped me, and then I also gave exam, well exam, and then I did not have so much subject. I just had some subject with Bengali, math, English, and more two subject. So that's why then I did not have any pressure of study, so that's why then then I don't need to read so much. And I used to give every exam very casually. I did not take it so seriously, and my mother helped me a lot during this exam time. My mother helped me. My mother um, prepared me for study, because then I was means then I was child. I had no concept about anything. Then my mother did everything for me. And I remember one thing during exam I went to the school with my mother and came back at home with my mother, and my mother waited for me at school. Um, and I stayed very casually during this time, because I did not know means what is happening with me, means what is how everybody gave it, means I had no excitement, or I had no nervousness about exam. I just listened my mother's word, which my mother told me. I just memorized it. That's all. My mother did everything, and I just my which my mother told me for telling to the teacher, I just told to the teacher. um and my when I was child, then my mother teached me, and she teached me very well, and she knew how I can teach everything, how I can learn everything, etc. And after that, when I read in class 5 or class 6, then I could understand that what is the pressure of study, what is the nervousness about study, means how much nervousness can work during this examination. Then I took preparation for my study by myself. And my mother just helped me um, for getting courage. For My mother always told me to stay very calm, to stay very cool, and which I read, which I she always told me that give answer very with calm mind. And um, and I give exam when I did it in class 5, 6, 8, 9. Then I gave exam in 3 step: first summative, second summative, and last final exam, which is third summative. And I really feel very nervous during this exam time. And I um, during first summative, I gave exam of half chapter, means some chapter, one or two chapter I gave exam, and short number. So during this first summative, I stayed very excited, because I am reading in new class, so everything is new. So I also got interest to read all stories, all things. And but day by day, my interest was getting decreased. And I gave first summative very well. Every class, class 5, class 9, class 10, I gave first summative exam very well, and I got well marks in every subject. But um, after that second summative, um, I did not take it so seriously, but I stayed very nervous during the second means all during all exam I stayed nervous, and but second summative then I gave exam short number, and in on a short syllabus. So then I stayed nervous, but still I gave all exam, and but I gave all exam properly, and I also got well marks. But during final examination, this time is very tough time for me, means I feel really very nervous during this time. I um, I felt very helpless. I read everything, but I always think that I'm forgetting everything. And during final exam, my teachers gave me some notes, and before 1 week I could not go to the school, could not go to the tuition classes, and I had to stay at home, and I did everything by myself. I took preparation for exam, and and anybody don't know that what question will come in exam. And it when means I could not understand it, so that's why then I feel so nervous, and I wanted to read everything, means which I during this exam time, I wanted to read everything, means which everything looked very important to me. Any simple questions looked very tough, and any simple question also, means I always think that means when I read anything, then I it's most important than everything, means nervousness, upsetness always worked with me, always worked. And I could not sleep, I could not eat properly, and everything got really very confused, means I forgot everything, means I always think that I'm forgetting everything. And all during all examination, my mother used to go to the school with me. When my mother stayed with me during this time, then I feel very well, means mm, my mother don't during this exam time, I don't want to talk with anyone. I just revise everything in my mind, means I remember everything, and I read by myself. Even in exam hall I did not talk with anyone. um, I told before that I always feel very nervous, I always feel very afraid that I'm forgetting everything, means it's always it's an another fearness. And I also had some excitement about this exam, means how what types of question will come, will I get common questions, etc. Different questions wandered around my mind. But I also had some friend who stayed very casually, means who make joked with everyone, who laughed all time during these exams. They did not take these exams so seriously. And I always stayed very silent. And I during exam, I sometime I took help from my friends, and my friends also took help from me. And I could not take help in during Bengali examination, because this Bengali subject I had to read long, means every questions was lengthy questions, so I did not get time to complete to write. So then I could not help my friends, and or any friend could not help me. But during physical science is a really very tough subject for me, means I could not understand During this physical science subject examination, I felt very nervous, I stayed very upset, and I knew everything that I will not get any common questions. And it's right that during physical science exam I did not get any common question. I just wrote wrote the answer of short questions like 1 marks questions, 2 marks questions, and I got from these questions. I got number from these questions. I could not attend big questions in this subject. I could not. And physical science subject I could not write anything. Physical science is really very tough subject because I cannot make the answer. I could not make the answer by myself. I had to give answer, proper answer, of the questions. So these day I could not make any answer of any questions by myself. So that's why I really feel very upset. By I had a one friend, and she helped me. Yes, she helped me during this exam time. She helped me a lot. Means I attended all board questions to. I attended some broad questions and I wrote every answer by her help. I could not write any broad questions answer by myself. I just I could give answer of any short questions, but it was not possible for me to give answer any broad questions, especially math. There has we always got I always got tough question paper during physical science exam. There had lots of math and I could not understand any math, physical science math. Otherwise math is well subject, I could do mathematics well, but still physical science math it's really very tough. And everything means every broad question was based on math. I had to do math, so I could not do. I just I could I could write formula. I could write formula, and I just readed short questions, short answers, 1 2 marks answers. Otherwise, I did not attend any questions. So I could not attend any questions. And history subject is a very well subject for me, and I stayed very casual during this during this examination of this on this subject, history subject, because if I read any about any topic, then I can make answer of many questions by myself. Means history is a subject I can write answer by myself, because I have means I have some concept about this topic, about these questions. If I have any idea about this question, then I can write the answer of these questions by myself. I can make answer by myself. I like to read history like a story. I read everything like first world war, second world war, etc. I like a story. And history, I think history is a story, means is a big story book. There is all stories, all incident, historical incident. I just read it all topic, and I made answer by myself in exam hall. And I took lots of time, and I wrote long answer of 1 page, 1.5 page. And but I got confused in year. I have to give proper year, proper date. If I don't give proper year or proper date, then I will not get number. So I avoid this date, year. I just wrote story. And during this examination I stayed really very casual, means I did not take it so seriously. And and I could give answer short questions properly. And life science during life science exam, i I took preparation well. And because I had lots of interest in this subject, so this subject was not so tough for me. And I needed this subject more than every subject, so I always stayed prepared for this subject. And I always got well marks in this subject. And Bengali is also well subject, and I just and there has some stories, some poem, so I can read it by myself. I can wrote any answer by myself. So I did not take it so serious. Means I did not feel, yes, nervousness during exam. Everybody stayed nervous, and but not so much. And during math exam, I had a well teacher. I had a well teacher, and she did math very well. Sorry, he did math very well. And before exam he gave us some notes. He gave some notes, and he gave some math to us, means some notes. And we got common maths in exam. and and after this examination I feel very happy, because after every time every I had a group of friends, and my mother also had a group guardian. It is a guardian group. There has lots of guardian, means there has mother of my some friend. And my mother always stayed at school during my exam. She went with me to the school, and I also came back at home with my mother. And middle of the time my mother stayed with them, and my mother mm gossiped with them. My mother did shopping with them. My mother, sometimes they did short picnic with each other. And after ending exam, um, they did picnic to with us. Means we also joined with our with our guardian. And we did this well picnic, short picnic. After ending exam we really enjoyed lot. We then After ending exam I really feel very happy. Means then when I give exam, when I used to give exam, then after ending one exam, I feel I got really afraid. I had some tension of taking preparation of another subject. But after ending exam I did not have any tension, or I did not have any tension for taking and the preparation of another subject. So it's really felt very it's made me happy. mm, then I just waited to go to the home and take lots of rest. And after ending exam uh, I came at home. And after ending exam, at first we did picnic with my friends. Everybody enjoyed a lot. And there also had a place. There we where we go every time, where we went every time. And there we did picnic. and for some time I got off from my study. And sometime I also went to my relatives house. Sometime I went someplace with my parents. And after ending exam, I stayed after ending exam I stayed in relaxation. I did not have any tension of anything. And but when I listen that we will get result, means the when I could hear the date of result, then I felt so nervous. Means then lots of queries, lots of questions came in my mind. How much number I get? mm, at first questions came in my mind always, that can I pass the exam? These questions came in my mind first. And when this question came in my mind first, then I really feel very nervous, and I stayed. And during result time, I could not think anything about exam. Then I saw my question paper. Then I relate every answer with book. I started to count number, means how much number I can get, means I always stayed busy with all questions paper. And again and again I just try to relate everything with my answer. I And during result, when I went to the school, and when my teacher called my name for taking result, this time is really very tough time. X means lots of feelings work during this time. um, and there also had some excitement, and there also had some fairness, means these two um, work together. And when I got result, and see that I got well marks and I could pass in exam well, and then I take breath, huge breath. And um, but for and these all things happened with me before exam, after exam, before taking result, after taking result, etc. And I could not give exam of class 11 properly for this pandemic situation. I could not give nutrition exam and geography exam. And when I was in dilemma, means some people was telling me that the exam will be cancelled or the exam will be postponed, and someone was telling that our exam will happen in proper date, in proper time. And it was and I got 2 day 3 day off before nutrition exam. So I could not, means another fearness was working in my mind, means I could not understand that what will I do, will I read or will not I read. If I read, then it will not come in any work, but if I don't read, then I will fall in problem. After it means during exam, could not read anything properly. So that's why when I could knew that yes, we will have lockdown and our exam will postpone. And at first our government told that our exam will postpone, and as the rule, our exam also postponed it during this pandemic situation. And um, after that some people was telling that our exam will happen through online. Some people was telling that our exam will happen through online, etc. Means everything was getting really very confusing. And but at last, when our government announced that our exam cancelled, then I got relief. Means I could not take any proper decision, I could not come in proper stage. I was in a huge dilemma. And after that, when I did it in class 12, then I took lots of preparation for exam. And I knew, means everybody told me that higher secondary exam will definitely happen. And I was so nervous about this examination. It's big exam in my life. um, and I was taking preparation also, and everybody was giving pressure. Means everybody was, every time every teachers told that our exam will definitely happen. So that's why I also took it seriously, that yes, our exam will definitely happen, it cannot cancel. And it cannot cancel. But at last, for this pandemic situation, our exam cancelled. And during this time there also had dilemma some. Yes, our the date of examination postponed it. At first the date of examination postponed it, and then and after that, uh, before some days, our government announced that our exam will cancel. So these 2 days I had some afraid, I had some fearness, I had some dilemma. Means everybody was telling different words and I could not take proper decision. I could not understand that what should I do. But at last, my exam cancelled for this pandemic situation, and I took admission in a college now, and my new class will start from October month. And